Rwanda, a country rich in culture and history, has long stood as a symbol of resilience, unity, and heritage in East Africa. Known for its traditional values, communal lifestyle, and deeply rooted customs, Rwanda's society has historically thrived on practices passed down through generations. However, in recent decades, especially since the post-genocide era and increased globalization, Western influence has penetrated various aspects of Rwandan life. While some may view this as progress, it is essential to reflect on the cultural consequences that have followed. From family structures and languages to dress, entertainment, and education, Western ideals have in many ways disrupted, diluted, and even destroyed the key pillars of Rwanda culture identity. The first one, erosion of traditional values. Traditionally, Rwanda families were constructed around respect for elders, community collaborations, and collective responsibility. Extended families lived close together, and social norms ensure that elders played a crucial role in child upbringing and moral education. Today, Western models of individualism and independence has weakened these family bonds. Young Rwandans are increasingly prioritizing personal ambition over familial or communal duties. Respect for elders has declined, and many children now grow up in nuclear families influenced by Western parenting style, often devoid of Rwandan morals. Teaching the Western emphasis on material success has also shifted values in the past. Humility, hard work, and service to the community were considered noble traits. Now, consumerism and self-promotion fueled by Western media have replaced these values in many urban households. Number two is language loss and cultural disconnect. The Kinyarwanda language is not just a medium of communication, it is a vessel of culture, identity, and wisdom. Proverbs, riddles, songs, and oral storytelling have long been central to passing knowledge and values from one generation to the next. But with increasing of dominance of English and French in education and business, Kinyarwanda is being sidelined. Young people, especially in urban areas, often prefer speak English or French to appear modern or educated. This linguistic shift contributes to cultural amnesia. Without language, much of the traditional knowledge becomes inaccessible. Folk tales, cultural idioms, and even greetings are slow vanishing, replaced by Western slang and internet speech. The danger is not just in language change, but in detachment from the cultural meanings embedded within Kinyarwanda. Number three, Western fashion and the decline of cultural attire. Traditional Rwandan dress such as the umushanana for women and the ibitenge for various events used to be worn with pride. These clothes symbolize respect, identity, and belonging. Today, influenced by Western trends promoted through social media and imported fashion, many young Rwandans see traditional wear as outdated or reserved for ceremonies. Jeans, crop tops, and sneakers have replaced traditional attires in everyday lives. This shift has not only altered how Rwandans dress, but also how they perceive beauty and self-worth. Western standards of beauty, including body size, skin tones, and hair texture, have led to increased use of skin lightening products and hair waves, contributing to self-rejection and identity confusion. Media and the rise of immorality. One of the most important tools of Western influence is the media. Through music and movies, internet, most Western values are broadcast 24/7 into Rwandan homes and minds. While media can educate and inspire, it also shapes behavior and attitude, often in ways that contradict traditional Rwandan ethics. Western music and film often promotes casual sex, alcohol abuse, violence, and rebellion. As the message infiltrates in Rwandan society, especially among the youth, there is a noticeable rise in premarital sex, drugs use, and a decline in discipline, moral, cultural norms, and encourage imitation rather than perseverance. The traditional Rwanda of values of kwihangana, like patience, gukunda igihugu, patriotism, and kwiyoroshya, humility, are being overshadowed by the Western glorification of instinct of gratification and self-centeredness. Number 5. Cultural ceremonies and practices under threat. Rwandan culture is rich with ceremonies such as gusaba, gukwa, and kubandwa, which celebrate marriage, family, spiritual beliefs. These naturally reinforce unity, history, and identity. However, with the Western style weddings, legal processes become more dominant. Traditional ceremonies are being shortened, modernized, or completely repressed. Moreover, Western religion and secular philosophies has challenged indigenous spiritual practices. While Christianity and Islam have long existed in Rwanda, Western missionaries influence often demonized traditional beliefs, labeling them as primitive or pagan. This erode the value and role of elders, healers, and spiritual leaders in society, replacing them with external belief systems that are not always aligned with Rwandan ways of life. Number 6 is the Western education and cultural orientation. The current education system in Rwanda is largely based on Western models, with English as the main language of instruction. While it has opened doors for international opportunities, it has also distanced students from cultural roots. Most school curricula lack of comprehensive lesson on Rwandan history, tradition, and values. Students are taught to admire foreign leaders, scientists, and philosophers, often the little or no exposure to Rwandan heroes and thinkers. As a result, of many young Rwandans graduate with limited understanding of their own culture. They are equipped to work in global markets, but unprepared to serve their communities with cultural sensitivity. The Western idea of success promotes living countries or imitating foreign lifestyle, rather than improving life within Rwanda and using local values. Number 7. Loss of community spirit. The traditional Rwandan Ubudehe and Umuganda system emphasized community collaboration and shared responsibility. People supported each other, breathed together, and solved problems collectively. Western influence with its emphasis on individualism and privacy has weakened the spirit of unity. Urbanization and the capitalists' ideas have fostered competition instead of cooperation. Today, neighbors in cities may not know each other, and the communal problem is solving often left to government or NGOs. As a result, social isolation, mental health issues, and mistrust have risen in society that once valued interconnectedness above all. As conclusion, a call for cultural awakening. While globalization and the Western influence have brought some benefits such as technology, health systems, and access to international education, the cost to Rwandan culture has been severe. Languages loss, moral decline, family disintegration, and cultural erosion are just some of the consequences of unfiltered westernization. Rwanda must now make critical choice. The path forward is not about rejecting everything, but about balancing progress with cultural preservation. Schools must teach Rwandan history and value alongside science and technology. The media should promote local contents that reflect Rwandan reality. Parenting, leaders, and artists must intentionally protect it and celebrate their culture. The Rwandan identity is strong, but it must be defended not just with the words, but with conscious action. If we are not careful, we risk becoming strangers in our own land, living in Rwanda but speaking, dressing, thinking, and acting like foreigners. The future of Rwanda depends not on economic growth, but on the survival of its soul, that is culture.